participants, we know very well that communication is the part and parcel of human life. From morning to sleep at night, a person is to communicate with different people in different contexts. Dear participant, we feel greatly privileged to and deeply humbled by gracious presence of our principal sir. I welcome you, sir, and our resource person, Dr. Rekha Kumari. The title of the presentation of Dr. Rekha Kumari is Communication and Skill and Personality Development. Dr. Rekha Kumari is an assistant professor in the Department of English, Government College for Women, Rewari, Haryana. Her area of research is literary theory, human rights, and subaltern literature, disabilities studies. She has an experience of 3 years in the Central University of Haryana. English language skill for the students of BTech, English communication, business communication, and communication skills. At present, she is working in the Government College for Women in Rewari. She has published 4 research papers in different national and international journals, and she has attended and presented the paper in 4 national and international conferences. She has attended workshops and has presented 6 papers in conferences. She has completed orientation and FDP program also. Now, I request Dr. Rekha Kumari that she should start her presentation. Dr. Rekha Kumari.
Thanks to everyone. And I would like to greet my mentor, Professor Sanjeev Kumar, who gave me such awesome opportunity to meet you all. And it will be a great opportunity for me. That it's a great pleasure that I'm sharing platform with my mentor and all the seniors here. So, with due respect, I start my presentation. Let me.
Welcome, Rekha. Welcome, beta.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Sir, am I audible or visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, the title of my presentation is Communication Skills Inculcating Habits for Well-being. As we all know that we are living in 21st century and where everywhere is a chaos. So, we need the communication skills in such a chaos, and whether we are in a personal life or in professional life, everywhere we need these skills, because we can see that our personal life is also get disturbed if our communication skills is not better and same with the professional life. So to have a nudge in this world and to have an edge over others, we need to have communication skills, whether we are in school, whether we are in a university, whether we are in college, we are at bank, we are everywhere. We need to communicate in a better way, because nowadays the most problem is listening. Nobody wants to listen, everybody wants to speak, they don't want to listen. So we need to have these habits, like as we need food for our well-being, so the same way we need communication skills for well-being of the human beings. So we need this. And with the we'll be talking about why do communication skills necessitate hard skills versus soft skills, then ways of communication, language skills, and how to listen, being confident in public speaking, and honor 21st century skills. And last, we will talk about the 7 C's of effective communication. And first and foremost,
Rekha, beta, just a moment, just a moment.
okay.
Sevak sir, kindly keep yourself mute. Yes, Rekha, continue, beta. Rekha, you are not audible.
Yes, sir. I'm just sharing my PPT again.
Yeah, fine,
Actually, I shared different PPT. Yeah. So we need the communication skills, and skills is like a it's like a activity. Like if we learn the swimming skill, we learn the bicycle, we learn the typing. As you all know that when we are doing typing, so in everyone's laptop you will find that F and J, they have some symbols, and if our fingers on F and J, so all the fingers will be at right place. In the same way, if we have communication skills in our life, and if we possess the effective communication skills, so our life will be smooth, whether it's personal or whether it's professional. So we need these communication skills, and I'll be talking about why do communication skills necessitate, and why we need the communication skills. And then I'll be talking about hard skills versus soft skills. There is a difference between hard skills and soft skills, and ways of communication. Then we will talk about the language skills and how to listen, being a confident public speaking, and honing on 21st century skills. Then 7 C's of effective communication for the reading. So first of all, what is communication? So communication is the human connection. It's the key to personal and career success. Because whether all the time I'm saying that communication is required. It's the most required thing for personal and professional success. And as Keith Davis has defined it as a process of passing information and understanding from one person to another. But the most problem of the communication is the illusion that it has taken place, but actually it doesn't taken place. And sometimes we got misunderstood that it has taken place, but it is not. So we need these skills for improving our interpersonal skills. We need to converse effectively, because whenever we talk about these skills, like I'm talking to you, so first and foremost thing is how to talk. And we have such kind of fears as well, that how we can talk. So to develop fluency while speaking, to get confidence in public speaking, to elevate global demand in language proficiency, to increase the employability quotient, we need the communication skills, and to learn to coexist with others. The most important thing is to coexist with others in a better way. We need these skills, and to enhance our professional image, we need communication skills. Then,
Rekha, your screen is not visible.
oh, sorry, sir. Is it visible now?
No, beta. I welcome Dr. Arun Misraji in the meantime. Arun Misraji has joined, and sir is guide of our faculty friend Dr. KP Singh ji. Sir, you are most welcome.
Sir, is it visible now?
No, beta, you are visible, but your screen is not visible.
This is now visible?
No, beta. Share the screen. And then go to the window.
I'm sharing it.
No, beta. No, beta.
Okay, I'll try again.
Please guide her. Or Rekha, you may send it to Salendraji.
Yes, ma'am, you can send it to me. I will present it.
That will
Okay, I'll just share with the KP sir.
Yes, ma'am.
I have
Okay.
his number.
Share.
Please share with me, and I will.
Okay, sir, I just share it.
Okay.
KP sir has joined. Vedpal sir has joined. Sir, welcome you. Namaskar, sir. We all welcome you, sir.
Welcome, sir. It is a great pleasure for us that our respected Secretary, Management Committee, Mehir Bhoj PG College, Dadri, has joined us. Most welcome, sir. I welcome you again. He has been a learner person and English teacher, and has been the member of the Madhyamik Shiksha Ayog. He is a person of versatile genius, and I have no words to explain the qualities of our respected secretary, sir. He was elected the secretary in 2019, and under his guidance, our college is progressing by leaps and bounds. Sir is very helpful, and we are progressing under his guidance and mentorship. Thank you so much, sir, and most welcome to this national webinar. Thank you, sir. Sir, in between, Dr. Arun Kumar Misra also joined. Sir, namaskar. Dr.
Namaskar,
Misra
sir.
has been my guide and my mentor. On each and every point, he always guides me to the right path. And I have no words to respect Dr. Misra, sir. Sir, welcome you. I thank you so much. Dr. Rekha Kumari has sent me. शैलेंद्र सर,
Yes, sir.
मैंने आपको भेज दिया है.
Okay, sir.
प्लीज रिप्रेजेंट.
Secretary sir, Rekha.
Sir, I have shared my PPT with the sir. I don't know what happened with my laptop.
Rekha sir, sir will be presenting it. Just wait for a minute.
Okay,
Huh?
sir.
Just wait for a minute. You know? Sarinder sir will be presenting it. And
Yeah.
in the
Yes,
meantime, I would simply like to share with our secretary sir that sir, Dr. Rekha is presently an assistant professor in Government College Rewari. Earlier, she did her PhD from Central University of Haryana. And prior to that, she was my scholar in MPhil also there at Central University of Haryana, sir. And that day also she joined us, and she is a dynamic scholar, and she is an emerging academician. And of course, this is a platform for her to share her views on communication skills. Rekha, we are blessed to have Secretary sir, because Secretary sir is
Sir,
also
namaste, sir.
from the same
I'm
area.
very lucky that I got the opportunity to meet you all
Yeah.
on this virtual
I am
platform.
also lucky to have you with me.
Yeah.
Thank
You
you,
all
sir.
are the good scholars. I am
Thank
enjoying
you.
with you.
Thank you.
And Rekha sir is also from the same discipline. Sir has been the teacher of English in different institutions.
Yes.
In central government funded institutions, in government institutions, in aided institutions, and sir has different types of experience in teaching and administration at different levels. Paruji, can you keep yourself mute? Uttamji. Paruji. Uttamji, kindly keep yourself mute. Yeah, fine. Thank you, sir.
I think that screen is visible now, sir.
Yeah,
Ma'am,
Rekha, continue, beta. Continue.
Yes, sir, just make it full.
Yes, yes.
May I start now?
Rita, start with
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
Yeah. So I'm talking about why do communication skills necessitate, and then I'll be talking about the hard skills and the difference between hard skills and the soft skills and ways of communication, then language skills, how to listen, and honing, uh, being confident in public speaking. Then I'll be talking about honing on 21st century skills, then 7 C's of effective communication, and for the reading. Yes, sir, please change it. And we have already discussed this slide that what is communication. Communication is just a human connection, and it's a connection to growth in personal and professional life. Then it's a process to get understood and to share our thoughts, our expressions. Communication is just to share and to get understood and to get to understand the another ones. That is a communication. But the most problem or the illusion with the communication is that we just think that it has taken place, but whether it's in personal life or it's in the professional life, sometimes we got misunderstood, and we think that we have done it. That's why we need to sharp these skills for improving our interpersonal relations, even our intra relations. We need these communication skills, but for improving the interpersonal skills to converse effectively. Sir, you just change the slide accordingly as I'm speaking. To converse effectively, to develop fluency while speaking, and to get confidence in public speaking, to elevate global demand in language proficiency, to increase the employability quotient, to learn to coexist with others in better way, and to enhance professional image, we need these skills. Yes. So this is a slide that says that connecting and communicating effectively gives you an edge over others, and definitely it gives an edge over others if you possess good communication skills. So everywhere you'll be heard, you will be getting opportunity to speak, and you will be recognized. So definitely better communication skills gives an edge over others. Yes. Here I'll talking about hard skills and soft skills. So what is hard skills and what is the soft skills? So on the basis of definition, we can say that hard skills known as technical skills, which we got for getting job, like I have done my degrees, so that is a hard skill. But soft skills are general characteristics relevant to personality traits, whether for example, if you have studied, you are a teacher, so you must be humble, so that is a soft skill. So it's a characteristics. Then development, hard skills are developed through education and persistent practice. We can develop these skills, but soft skills can be developed through lifelong. It's a lifelong experience. It's a lifelong project. Soft skills we can develop all the life. Then measurement, hard skills are measurable. we can measure them in numerical sense, we can grade them, but soft skills are not measurable. They are qualifying things. Okay, then evaluation, if we can measure, so we can evaluate the hard skills, but we cannot evaluate the soft skills. They are just behavioral skills, they are life skills. Situation, like situational interview, when we face the stress interview, they ask the concrete questions, and they just try to get what kind of aptitude we are having, what kind of attitude we are having. So these are the behavioral skills which we need to sharpen. Then we have ways of communication. Then three V's, which are by Albert Maharbian. He says that 55% plays our body movements. Our body movements, our face, arms, whatever gestures and postures we give, that plays a 55%. Then our words, means the paraverbal, that words give 7% and 38% by our tone. And so in this way, the vocal, visual, and verbal, it total gets 100%, but 93% of communication is non-verbal. That comes under the soft skills. So we must take care of these skills, and we need to talk about these skills. Then we have this COPET. So COPET, that is 93% non-verbal communication, and its actions speak louder than words. So COPET, K stands for kinetics. It's a body language. Then we have oculics. It tells about the eye contact. Like if I'm talking on this virtual platform, so I need to maintain my eye contact. Because eyes also have a language. Then paralanguage means how you are speaking and what kind of word selection you possess. So we must have that. Then proxemics and artifacts, we must have a proper dressing sense also. Then proxemics is like at what pace we are speaking, okay, what kind of pauses we are having. Then chronomics, it's a sense of time. So whether we are giving any kind of speech, it's public speech or anything, so we need to have a sense of time. We should know the when to stop. Then the haptics, it's a touch. We need this skill very much, that whether it's a personal life or a professional life, everywhere we need this haptics, we need the touch. Even at the political level also, we need the touches. Our democratic policies, our foreign policies, everywhere you can see how our prime minister Mr. Modi, he is very much good in this skill of haptics, and that's why he is maintaining good relationship with almost the countries, and we known by him. Then we by having all these ways of communication, we need to possess some language skills. There are some myths about language skills, that whenever we talk about communication, so we take it as English communication. But communication doesn't mean to learn English only. It means to have the speaking, reading, writing, all the skills we need to have. It doesn't mean only English. So because a language carries a culture, so we need to have all those skills. LSRW, that stands for listening, speaking, reading, and writing. So whenever you speak in such a way that others love to listen you, and whenever you listen in such a way that others love to speak to you. And reading and writing, are just the two devices of input and output devices. So reading is like breathing in and writing is like breathing out. So we must have the reading and writing skills. And this slide, I will, sir, just change my slide. Yes, this one. This slide, I want to devote my mentor and whatever I learned from him. And so I deliberately put him on this slide. So the being confident in public speaking. See, when public speaking is not a skill, according to me, it's a habit. Because speaking is a skill, but public speaking becomes a habit. Okay, so concentrate on the masses, not the medium. Whenever you are speaking publicly, so we need to concentrate on the masses, consider the audience. Voice modulation, we must have a proper voice modulation, maintain eye contact and keep smiling as sir is smiling all the time. And gesture and posture, we must have the good posture. Be yourself and know the time when to stop. So all these things we makes us a confident public speaker. So we need to have these skills. Yes, sir. Then the most pressing or most stressed thing, that is how to listen. Allowing someone to speak is the first or prerequisite to listen. Avoid judgments, be attentive, reflect back what you hear. Means giving feedback is always necessary. Empathize and validate. We need to empathize and validate with the others while listening. We need to give them respect. Ask open-ended questions and summarize. And nowadays it has become, it's not a Facebook lol, it's a lol is the key to success in business. Like listen, observe and learn. And there must be a whole body listening. We should not be the vacant listening. Okay, we should not pause the listening. Rather, we should have a whole body listening. Then we must have the 21st century skills. They, as we all know, that 21st century skills, there are 3 R's, and beyond the 3 R's, we have learning skills, innovation skills, 4 C's of the learning and innovation skills, that is critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. Apart from it, we must have information, media, technology skill, life and career skills. Yeah, these are the 4 C's of communication, that is critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. We need all these 4 skills if we want to excel in this 21st century. So we have to learn these skills. Then new skills for a new age, we need to learn, we need to create, and we need to collaborate. And now this is a paradigm shift, that no mobile to mobile. Yes, sir. Then digital literacy. We must have digital literacy as well, because nowadays in this government also media has a great role. Media is playing great role. So we must have the digital literacy. The first is media literacy, is one's ability to critically read information, because there is a bombardment of the information. So we need to unlearn many things and to learn. So there must be media literacy, information literacy, and then ICT literacy. We must have the knowledge. We must equip ourselves with the digital devices, gadgets, applications, services, so that we can not left behind. Otherwise, there will be class which is digital haves and digital have nots. So we should be digital haves, not digital nots. Then we have, yes sir, next slide please. These are some ICT tools which we must know. This, the first one is a yellow classes. It is for the kids hobby classes, and it is very nice. Even my nephew is following this. And Kahoot is it's a app for making the quizzes. And this Jotaro citations, it is very useful for the researchers. They can cite their documents, they can cite, they can have the citations. Yes, they can have citations with this Jotaro. And then Google Classroom. In this COVID pandemic, we all are using this Google Classroom, and it is very useful for us. Then we have some platforms which we use in, yes sir. Then life and career skills. We have some life and career skills also, which is adaptability, flexibility, and take initiatives, productivity. Like it is said in one of the image that control what you control what goes into your mouth for your physical well-being. Okay, we must have proper sense of nutrition, proper sense of food items, but control what comes out of your mouth. It is good for your mental well-being. And nowadays we need to be flexible. Earlier it's a concept that sage on the stage, but now this sage is a co-worker, it's a co-guide, we can say. It's he's quite generous and he's a friendly figure. So these kind of things are there. Yes sir. Then this is a book by Daniel, and in this he talks about the six senses, that is design and style, sense. He talks about these senses in this book. And it is in this book he is saying that the right brainers will rule the future. So left brain, as we know that we need some hard skills, but the right brainers will rule the future according to Pink. Then we have some keys of effective communication, that is 7 C's of effective communication, that is clear, concise, concrete, correct, coherent, complete, and courteous. So you can see clarity creates simplicity. So whatever you are speaking, that must be clear, and it creates simplicity as well. Then we must have conciseness. You can see, yes, next slide please. This is a clarity, then conciseness. So in this pic, you just you can see the 4 modes of transportation, because everybody wants brief, everybody needs crispy things. So you can see this is a perfect example of conciseness. Here we can see the 4 modes of transportation, that is air, train, bus, and this ship also. Then we must say everything in a correct manner. So we must have the correctness. Like in this image, you will see that let's eat grandma and let's eat grandma. So only one pause has a big role. Okay, so in the first sentence you'll see that let's eat grandma, and the next sentence we say let's eat grandma. So all in both the sentences, you can see how the correctness plays its role. Then we must have courtesy. Courtesy in our communication, it's a prerequisite that we must possess the courtesy. Being nice to someone you dislike doesn't mean that you are fake. It means that you are mature enough, and all of us, we feel in our workplaces that we have to be nice. Okay, so we must have the courtesy. Then we consider your approach. Have every time, if you want to be success in your communication, then we must consider the you approach. Like I approach is, I'll give you 10% discount, and you approach says you can get 10% discount. So we must consider this. Then we have completeness. Everything's it is said that everything has a proper beginning, proper middle, and proper end. So in this same way, we must have completeness, so that nothing is left behind and there is no query. So like went to the store, it doesn't give a perfect sense. Okay, it leaves so many questions. Like so it is right if we say Jan went to the store. Like one day, one of my friend asked me, Rekha, you just book my flight for 19th of September. But he doesn't tell me that what is the class, for the business class or economy, for the meal should be there, at what time he's coming on in the morning or he's coming in the evening. So I have to ask all these things. So this creates miscommunication and misunderstanding here also. So we must have the completeness. Then we have concreteness. Concreteness should be there in communication. We should have specific facts. We should not give the vague statements. Like you can see, avoid opinions and generalizations. The teacher will give consideration to the article. Okay, so it's not a concrete sentence. The teacher will consider the article. Like you can see in the day-to-day life also, that the lawyers or advocates, they use this concrete language whenever they ask to their clients. So they ask the questions in a quite precise way, in a quite concrete way. And they such kind of questions sometimes irritates the customer, their clients also. But they ask the, like if someone is saying he hits me, so they ask in which how's his intention, and in which frequency they hit you. So they ask the concrete questions. And here are some readings which we need to do. This is a skill it kill it, this book by a entrepreneur, Ronnie Screwvala, and it is a must read. Then we must have the Eat, Suits and Lives by Lini Truss, and Hints for Self Culture, English for Nurses. As we know that nowadays medical students are also learning the soft skills, because ultimately they need to cope up with the patients. And if they will listen them emotionally, if they have some emotional stories, it's only then they can suggest them better. So it is required there also. Then Oxford Effective Writing and Speaking. Then it's a Journal of Skills and Development. And the book first I read, that is Communication Skills by Sanjay Kumar and 21st Century Skills. And this one is A Whole New Mind, that the right brainers will rule the future. This is a must read book and we all need to read this. And now over to you. I hope you enjoy the session on communication skills, inculcating habits, and let's hone these skills for a balanced society with full of hope and positivity, curiosity. I end with the Rudyard Kipling's poem that we must have six serious serving mans, honest mans, like what, why, when, where, how. And with these serving honest friends, we can survive in this 21st century having the communication skills in a better way. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rekha ma'am. We are blessed with your words, and we have learned a lot. I hope most of the participants have also learned something. Now there is a question answer session or doubt clearing session. If there is any question from the side of the participant, you can ask one by one.
I have a question to ask.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rekha ma'am, what strategy would you suggest for a professor or a teacher in classroom for communication to communicate effectively with the students?
Ma'am, first of all, I think the teacher must have knowledge of individual differences. We have to understand, we have to empathize with the student, and only after that we can have the teaching. We can have some interaction with them, and at what pace they want to study, we have to teach, because nowadays it is also that students are not. They don't want to come in the class, but we have to make them come to the class so that they can think, they can understand that whatever is taught in the class, that is useful for their outside the class also. So by only with the by empathizing with the students, by understanding them, we can communicate with them effectively. If we have a cordial relationship with the students, only then we can have some better communication skills with them, and we have to give them to play a role and to participate. We make them participative in the teaching learning process, so that if our sessions will be interesting, so students will be we have a better communication skills with them.
Thank you, ma'am.
Any other question from the side of the participants?
Yes, sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
May I speak in Hindi?
Yeah, sure.
मैडम, एक्चुअली हम लोग कभी कभी एग्ज़ाम्स कराते हैं जिसमें हमारे सेंटर पे हमारे बच्चे नहीं आते हैं, दूसरे कॉलेज के आते हैं और बहुत उदंडी बच्चे होते हैं। तो उनके लिए कि मैं यूएफएम कर दूंगा, ये कर दूंगा, ये सब चीज़ें कोई मायने नहीं रखती हैं, और 2-4 का जब तक न बना दो उनका उदंड ठंडा नहीं होता है। तो यहाँ पे हमारा क्या कम्युनिकेशन स्किल हो सकता है कि हम उनको जो है कि शांति तरीके से अच्छी परीक्षा करा सकें। अच्छी परीक्षा इन द सेंस कि वो नकल वकल एक दूसरे न करें, बात न करें, अपने को एक्सप्रेस करें, दूसरे का न देखें। तो हम कैसे इसमें शॉर्ट टाइम में इतनी प्रॉब्लम्स के साथ हम इरिटेट हो जाते हैं कभी कभी, कैसे कर सकते हैं?
Sir, for this, I would like to say that I don't have much experience regarding this, but I have given some exam duties and I also face such kind of issues. So I just say that luckily, whenever I give duties and there are reappear students and all the things I also face, then I have a strategy for them, because my principal also, they don't have belief. They think that Rekha is not perfect to perform this duty, so I have to prove myself. So I make a strategy there, that I used to have such kind of students, and I ask them, it's okay, you must have some material with you, but in my class there is only one rule, that you be smart but don't be over smart. And I talk to them in a polite manner, that most of the students give me their materials, their chits. They just say that ma'am is saying right, that we need to be smart, but there is no need to be over smart. And if you don't allow, you have to make your principals that in 1 year, if you don't allow them, next year they will understand that here these kind of practices will not be able. So in my classroom, whenever I give the
सॉरी मैडम, आपको इंटरप्ट करूंगा।
yes sir.
यहाँ क्लास की बात मैं नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं बात ये कर रहा हूँ कि जो हमारे यहाँ दूसरे बच्चे आते हैं, जैसे बीडीएस के बच्चे आते हैं हमारे यहाँ, बीएमएस के बच्चे आते हैं, लॉ के बच्चे आते हैं, वो तो हमारे स्टूडेंट हैं ही नहीं, हम उनको क्या ट्रीट करेंगे? और उतने बदतमीज तरीके से होते हैं कि क्या कहा जाए उनको जो है।
Sir, that's why I'm saying कि I came across with the reappear students and they are from other colleges.
और मैडम मैं तो मेरे ख्याल
talk
से
with them in a humble manner and we have to build our rapport like that. That if every teacher has a rapport, every institution has a rapport. That here such kind of practices are not happening. So you have to develop that kind of rapport, and you have to instruct. You have to give some instructions to your faculty members also, so that these kind of practices won't happen there.
Srikant sir.
Yes sir.
Sir, I just want to say something.
Yes. Sir.
Okay.
Actually, sir, at the time of invigilation duty,
Yes sir.
We also perform this kind of duties, and the students who are there, they are not from our college. They are from other colleges, and they don't know who we are, how we behave, and they do not know our images.
Yes sir.
But in the examination room, if we keep walking from one place to another, if we search, if we have a keen eye on each and every student, and we keep moving in the room, I believe that nobody will ask something. Nobody will ask anybody. They will not even dare to carry out the slips or the copy they have, illegal material they have. I believe so, because in our college also, the examination duties are going on.
Yeah.
And this is the strategy which I adopt.
Yes, sir,
They have
you're
something.
very much
If they
right.
have
I
something in
also
their pocket,
do like this.
they
Sir, I
never
agree.
dare to take it out.
Sir, I agree you, but
Yeah.
I think you must have faced some things.
Yes,
to
sir.
whom
I have faced.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Okay,
Actually,
thank you.
there are so many students who are older than us in age.
Yeah, sir. Older than
They
us. And-
there are students of LLB.
the-
Yes,
and
sir.
the sitting arrangement is such that if I turned a 5 for a little, then I can see the others copy.
But I think, sir, that this depends on individual. This depends on individual how they can tackle them.
Okay, yes, sir.
Yeah, sir.
Yes,
Please.
it matters. Yes.
I believe so.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir.
We just need to be honest while doing our duty. Only then we can curb such kind of practices.
Yeah. Any other question, please?
Yes, faculty friends and students and scholars. KP sir, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. I think there is no question, sir.
Fine, KP sir.